Signs your girl is cheating on you. Woo. A lot of niggas be getting cheated on and don't even be know it. Y'all don't even be paying attention to the signs. Sometimes it ain't no signs, you feel me? These girls getting trickier and trickier by the day. Let's see what they got to say.
In all transparency, have you ever cheated personally?
Yes.
Okay. What in your relationship drove you as a woman to want to
Keeping it 100, she said, yeah. You too fine to be cheating, baby.
Oh, take your time.
I think I was probably like missing something in the relationship at the time.
Most girls always want to say the reason why they cheat, they going to use that as an excuse. Because the nigga that they was dating was missing something that she wanted or needed. Baby, just leave. Just leave the relationship. I don't get it. If a nigga misses something, you know from the jump, he can't get it together and he missing it. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't going to ever get it. So just leave him alone because ain't the man for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop using that excuse. Because when we cheat, we just fucking it the fuck. Our bitch can be the best bitch in the world to her. But we keeping it a buck. We just doing it because we can. All that making excuse. He was missing something, missing this, missing that. Man, shut the hell up. I fuck with you though. You bad, and I fuck with your videos. I just did a reaction to one of the other videos, but I fuck with you for keeping it 102 in this interview.
And I still wanted to be with him, but I wanted to get what I was missing anywhere.
Okay.
What was you missing?
Because I really want to help the brothers out here because
What sounds fair.
I mean, it's not fair.
No.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
I mean, it is what it is. It sounds about why people cheat.
What he's really saying is it just wasn't me, so it's all good.
Facts. What can a guy look for to be able to see? Because I'm sure there were probably some things that you did differently when you started stepping out. What does that look like when a woman is now potentially in a position where now she's like starting to kind of peek around the corner?
Great question. Great question.
Relationships.
I mean, it depends because I feel like me when I was doing it, I was making sure I was being extra nice, making sure he's taken care of. So it's not like really like something very different that I was doing, but I was making sure he's happy with me.
Woo! She's a scary demon. She's a sneaky one. Y'all heard what she just said? This is worse. She ain't show signs of cheating. In fact, she made him think everything was all good and made him happy still. Made it seem like everything was all happy. Y'all heard her? Making sure he was good, making sure he was okay. Bruh thinking everything going swell. He want to marry you now because everything going good. He think it's perfect. Well, whole time, you getting digged down from a whole nother nigga. Damn. That's why I don't trust. And that's why I don't get too committed.
And when I go and come back home a little later, he's not he's happy with me. So then when I go and come back home a little later, he's not wondering, oh, what's going on? Like, she's not happy. Like, no, it's
she
like
the smart
everything
cheater,
is actually
damn.
really good in the home. So,
And you were still having just as much sex with your man as typical?
yes.
Woo!
You gotta make sure you maintain
Oh,
that.
so fellas, if the head gets
Damn.
a little
She said
too
you got to
good,
make sure.
you'd be like, what the hell you got
No,
going on?
but that's not fair to say that either, you know. But I know for some women they might actually have less sex because they
They just lost attraction for their guy.
And I mean, if she getting smacked 3 times by her dude, it's gonna be a little sore when she come back to her.
So like, how does that work? Is it possible for a woman to have a sexual relationship with another guy for real, and still come back to her man and have a healthy relationship long term?
I don't know because I didn't stay with him at the end of the day.
Okay.
You know, like me and him, we ended things. So I don't know if we could go back and be good again.
At least he wasn't a duck and kept you.
Yeah.
I would have broke up with your ass forever
But
too.
I don't think it's the fact that I was cheating that made it like it won't work with him anymore. I was probably already kind of checked out, but still wanted to have my cake and eat it too. You know, I'd be like, I'm gonna stay with him because it's a good situation. I like
Gotta
it.
respect her for owning up to, her bad doings. Holding herself accountable. This is a real woman though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys. Y'all can talk negative all about her all you want to. But this is a real woman because she's holding herself accountable. You know how hard it is for women to hold themselves accountable nowadays, period. The first step of all steps, holding yourself accountable. Women don't even do that. That doesn't exist for women. They always got an excuse for some bullshit that they be on. She's holding herself accountable. I fuck with that the long way.
I know he's gonna not do me dirty while I'm doing him dirty, you know. And but it just wasn't for me anymore, and I just stayed longer than what I was supposed to do.
I find that to be in 100% of the cases the truth. Like women, they already broken up. By the time they cheating, they already broken up with you. Not to say that they're not gonna stick around for a little bit, but mentally they've already tapped out. It's just a matter of time before they finally come around to it. And I really think it's just a matter of the punishment or the consequence is just not severe enough. Like because if this thing, if you really taking care of a woman and you a top,
this nigga's earrings and nose rings, they all look alike. You got the same diamonds in your nose and your ears. Nigga got a nose ring in his ear.
and you got the finances, you got the looks,
Calvin
you got the
Klein wearing that nigga.
And that woman knows that if she steps out, it's gonna be no possibility of you ever been in that relationship. I think that makes it a bit different. But on the other hand, if you know with a surety that he will never do nothing like that, then I honestly think that's how women work. I think it's kind of like you got a man has his team, you know what I mean, or his vision and like his team with the woman. And I think if certain boundaries are not harsh enough, or penalties are not harsh enough, I think the woman will feel comfortable enough to do something like that.
You know,
because I think women have the same exact desires that men have.
I honestly
Exactly.
think that I know dudes talk
They do.
big and bad about leaving a chick if she cheat. I think a lot of these niggas are really accepting this.
Well,
the fact that women are cheating.
See, I agree. And women know, like they know these men. You know the ones that's gonna be okay with it and let it slide, versus the ones that's gonna be like zero tolerance with it.
And you know, I agree that there's a level of truth in that. But I think too, like when you give the example of like the woman who's being so well taken care of, you know, and all these things are being done, and you know, she gets cheated, and you know, she doesn't want to cheat because of that. But there's also the real situation that happens where there's a lot of women who actually get neglected, right? And maybe just she get neglected because the dude is grinding, like he's focusing on building his empire and doing his life, and the neglect can really proceed. And it's kind of crazy because no matter, even if she thinks that he might leave if she cheats, the reality of the situation, if she gets to a certain point, it's like this level of like, I don't give a fuck.
And
that can
justified,
occur.
mentally justified in their minds.
And then the reality of why she's doing this, she can tell herself all the reasons why this is not right for her to take care of herself. And you know, the cheating pops off and occurs. And still, a lot of guys, I still don't think it's a guarantee. Even those guys, I still think a lot of these guys are still keeping these women.
Well, they will.
She's hella pretty.
Why you see the videos,
Especially the married, especially the married men.
and if there's kids involved.
But look, these niggas be keeping their girls around even though they cheat and stuff like that, especially married men, because they're comfortable and they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, they scared to take that leap of faith. They scared to jump off that porch. They comfortable. And that's why women don't want to walk away as well. It goes both ways. Women would cheat and want to have their cake and eat it too, knowing they not fucking with their nigga no more. You feel me? But you going to still stay in a relationship. You just going to do your shit on the side because you really comfortable. It be the circumstances. It be the situations what makes niggas keep the bitch if she cheats, or it be the circumstance or the situation what makes the girl stay even though she wants other men. Or if she's sleeping around. You feel me? Motherfuckers be comfortable. Like, I remember when I was in a relationship, like, I was checked out, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I ain't want to leave this bitch because it's like, shit, niggas got cribs and all type of shit. Niggas is comfortable. Like, you don't want to, like, rebranch and start over. Like, you feel me? With certain shit, start over with talking to another bitch. Just start over with certain life shit. That's what people be afraid of. That's why people be latching on to their significant other, even though they really checked out the situation.
They just because that's what men want to do. They want to keep the family together, and no man wants to be embarrassed to the point where it's like, yeah, my relationship is over because my wife.
Because
cheated.
now it's ego involved.
Exactly.
It's
So,
shame
Yeah,
involved.
ego.
This is why this is the thing. Because
Bingo.
this thing, you know your woman is cheating. You caught your woman cheating. You wouldn't pull up on her with a video camera trying to embarrass her,
Yeah.
unless
Because it's
you
embarrassing for you.
exactly unless
Very.
you wanted her to feel so ashamed and so sad that she's now gonna come groveling back, right? Because if you was done, you was done. Then why you got to put on all this show with the camera and trying to put it online, all this
Facts.
stuff? So I do think most men, but I think those women know. They know.
They know who to do it with.
They know who to do it with.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. So I don't necessarily think that's a wrong thing. Yeah, I mean, I think it's wrong to be dishonest, but I can understand why a woman would do something like that. So I do think it's a level that a man has to just understand the dynamics of a woman, how they may work, and how they do have these same desires, and you just got to put yourself in a situation. I think it's a balance that I have not mastered, but it's a balance of like giving your woman the certain amount of attention, but then not giving her over attention and over compensating for things, where you sacrificing your own identity. But it's tricky, man. I think women are tricky, and I think it'll probably be better, to be honest with you, for men. I think it'll probably be better if there was some kind of incentive for them to really stick around. But the incentive is like, it's not really an incentive no more for a woman to be loyal, because they don't have to have us for money. You know what I mean? They don't have to have us to even raise a family from what they're communicating. Now, don't get me wrong.
No.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
But this is just the mindset of the modern woman. So
Yeah.
incentive. So when it was an economic incentive, I know women, they get in the uproar about that. Like, oh, the mom, she had to stay around because she couldn't do this and do that. And it's like, I do get that. But like, if it's not that, then what is going to keep women in these relationships? Because I really don't think a man can, over an amount of 20 to 30 years, can really do everything to keep this woman from not taking action like that.
It's never enough for women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can never just be good enough for a woman nowadays in this modern day society. She's always gonna want more. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always gotta, if you dating or whatever, you get in relationships, you always gotta try to outdo yourself and keep things fresh for the bitch, because it's never enough. That's why women complain. You got to keep things fresh. They want to still do the date shit every week. They would still want you to spend money and chase them around like you they crush. Why? Because they like a certain feeling. They like that feeling. They like that rush. And any nigga give them that feeling at any given time, even when you're with her. So it's just like, it's a lose-lose. I don't know. Like, this a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, man. But crazy
I don't know if
nowadays.
it's really possible if it's not something that actually holds her in the relationship.
So she gotta be scared to lose him to stay, like,
I
and be
I mean,
faithful.
if there's a different solution, then you let me know.
Yeah, being non-monogamous. She'll say,
You think so?
yeah.
The only thing about the non-monogamy, which maybe that's it, maybe it is if women get to kind of do whatever they want to. But I think the tricky part about the non-monogamy is, because I wouldn't be open for that. But let's say by some strike, I am open to it. I think when you bring another man into the situation, it just makes the relationship a little bit more difficult, because men are the territorial. So I just can't imagine a woman being able to go and have this, great time, and she's having sex every now and then, and somehow the man is not intruding upon what we put together.
Hell, I don't know what the hell he talking about. Sound like something I definitely wouldn't be down with. But yeah, man, like, when it comes to signs that your girl is cheating on you, ain't really no big signs. I mean, shit. There is signs, but at the end of the day, there is signs. Don't get me wrong. There is signs. Like, if a girl always got her phone facing down, and you know what I'm saying, she texting and trying to text while you not looking and doing all this other old stupid ass high school girlfriend, boyfriend shit, then let the hoe go. But it's just like nowadays, as we get older, These bitches getting smarter. They won't show no signs that they unhappy. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to cover that shit up. Just like Shawty was saying, she made sure her man was straight. And still came back home like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was good even though she was cheating. You never know, bro. You never know nowadays. This shit gets scary, man. Subscribe on my Patreon. I'm dropping real game and real knowledge on this so you can know every little thing and know how to treat a hoe that's doing little petty little shit like that. Subscribe to that Patreon, man.